Welcome to the Chain Out Podcast with your hosts, Jeremy and Daryl.
Welcome to Season 3, Episode 112. Do you think they caught all of that, or did I start too early?
You started a little bit too early because the buttons weren't working, but we know what you meant. We know what
welcome,
you're
everyone. Good to see you out there. Looks like the chat is filling up quick.
It's already bumping in here.
You did that. I think you read that exactly as Sam wanted it read.
Exactly, yeah.
So how are you doing, by the way?
Oh, living the dream, Jeremy. It's another Wednesday night. It's another disc golf podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited. Great guest coming up later.
Well, and it's been, we got a great guest coming up later. Who do we got coming on?
You want to do it right now?
Yeah, you might as well throw that out.
Sure. Yeah, later on, we'll be talking to a great, awesome young Canadian disc golfer joining us who's making big waves out in BC, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
We know him. We've seen him out there a few times. Carver Whitford. He'll be joining us a bit later.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. About 15 minutes or so, but we should top a show this a bit. And what a week we've had out in our area.
Mm-hmm.
Now I know, and I've been pretty good. I work with a lot of people down in the U.S., and I know we got at least one U.S. listener here.
Yeah.
So today, for our U.S. listeners, our Canadian listeners, it was a +5 Celsius in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Which is about 40 degrees. 20 degrees, 40 degrees. Oh man, I don't know. It's one of the two. I think it's 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So
Sure, I'll take your word for it.
Either way, it is like a break from winter for us. It's probably way too early to call it fall spring in my mind.
Yeah.
Because we do have
Midwinter.
a number of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you have a story about your kids or something? You were telling me earlier?
Right, yeah. I was telling you that my son came home from work and he said that he split his winter boots. And I said, okay, well, you're going to need to go buy a new pair. And he's like, no, why do I need to buy a new pair? Winter's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it his first winter in Alberta?
Exactly. Yeah. It's not his first winter, but he seems to think that it's warming up, so winter's over.
Yeah.
Oh,
young and uninformed. Well, the other thing
we're talking -20 in Winnipeg, so Dina says.
Ooh.
Yeah. So Dylan agrees, and he says, worst weather of disc golf, give me -20. This goes back to what I used to say last year, Jeremy. I would rather get to -20 and stay -20. I'm happy with that. Mm-hmm. You like it when it warms up because it gives you a bit of a reprieve. Mm-hmm. But then what happens? Then you get lakes of water. Then it freezes. Then you're skating then to work.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is slippery. I've been getting out in the morning. For anybody out there, if you've got resolutions on the go, how you doing with them? I've been trying to work out, trying to be active. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to the gym, and then the off days I'm doing a little outdoor walking / jogging.
Yeah, good.
And getting out on that slippery ice. It's tough. That's for sure. So
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So did you take advantage of the warm weather?
Well, no. not in disc golf terms anyway. I have been out. I like to get out and I like to do a lot of walking, a lot of hiking, that sort of thing. Recently took up snowshoeing, although I haven't been out and done that again yet because it's warming up a bit, so it's getting kind of mushy for the snowshoes, but not played disc golf, no.
Oh, okay.
How about yourself?
Well, I got to keep my streak alive.
Always.
So I have been doing that, and it's easy to do it when you join Winter League because you've got a whole bunch of either smart people who want to keep their streaks alive or maybe crazy people who will play in any kind of weather.
Right.
So I was out at Winter League. It was my second time out, and we were playing Hermitage. So we're playing Rundle Hermitage, bouncing back and forth. And I'm still working on my form, so I'm not really worried about my score so much. Mm-hmm. And I was lucky enough to have my coach, Uncle Steve, on my card.
Yeah,
so
personal coach.
We had Dylan, who's in the chat. Him and Uncle Steve like to play a lot. Also, Mark's in the chat. He was on the card with us. He'd gotten out for his first time since November, he said.
Wow.
Yeah, so it'd been quite a while.
Yeah.
But we had a great time. I couldn't beat any of the three of them, but I still shot a -1. So, and that wasn't good enough to even come close. They were -8, -5. They kicked some butt that day.
Yeah. You play, well, that's where you get better. You play with good people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and I think a little bit of this, even though it's been slippery, everything else, we get one of our first local tournaments of the year that comes up in February is the Tundra Toss tournament.
Yeah.
So it's kind of getting us ready for that. So we don't see our first tournament for quite a while, but really, somehow there's still tournaments happening in Canada right now.
There is, yeah. It's not, even if it is cold, they still get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Kamloops, BC, they held their Chili Chains 3 event. Mm-hmm. 37 people got out to that, earned their third puzzle piece at that C tier.
Yeah. Well, do you want to tell people who don't know what the
that's all
puzzle piece
about?
is all about?
Yeah.
What Elizabeth is doing with those
Elizabeth
tournaments?
DeVries put together this tournament where if you play in an event, you get a piece, you get a little jigsaw piece. And you had mentioned about it, and you had said, is it really actually a puzzle piece, or did she just get a Dora the Explorer puzzle and just give you a random piece? But no, it's a piece to I think she said it was a piece to a mini. Mm-hmm. Each event you get a piece, and then you put them together, and you'll have 4 pieces, and you get a mini at the end of it. As far as I know, I don't know if there's more pieces than that, but
I don't know if it was actually a mini. But either way, if it was, that's really cool. That steps it up a bit.
Yeah,
that's neat. Then out in Mineville, Nova Scotia, you know where that is?
Nope,
me neither. I should have looked at the map. I know it's in the Maritimes, or what part of that grand area that we like to call the East Coast on the podcast.
East of Sherwood Park?
Yes, exactly. So Mineville, Nova Scotia put on an outdoor putting event before their annual general meeting that they were holding. They put together 45 putting stations that were scattered around the course with mandos, obstacles, and more. And it was the Coastal City Disc Golf who put that one on. So
yeah, nice.
Good on them.
Yeah. And then another one we want to shout out is out in Sudbury, Ontario. They held their 14th Sudbury Ice Bowl. Congrats to all those brave souls that got out there who managed to play a tournament on that Canadian Shield in January.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Not much more info on this one, as I'm sure they're just all trying to get warm inside, thawing out.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well, and, we shouted out 3 tournaments this week, and normally we try to highlight one or, pick on something to do. But what we did was this was the 3 tournaments that were these were the 3 tournaments that were held in Canada, in the whole country.
Yeah.
It was these 3 tournaments. And I figured if you're going to put on a tournament in this kind of time of year, we should shout you out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we did that. And I would say to you, if you want to hear a tournament that you've played in on the podcast, maybe help us out. When you've played a great tournament, you want a TD to get some notice, or you saw something cool at an event as you're driving home in the afternoon after the event, drop us a message and say, hey, Daryl, Jeremy, just played this great event. Talk about it on the podcast. Maybe we'll do that the next episode.
Jeremy will do the research. Where can they reach out to us, Jeremy?
I think they could use chainoutpodcast@gmail.com.
They can.
Or possibly a social media platform of some sort.
Exactly. Look for Chain Out Podcast or Chain Out _podcast on Instagram.
Yeah.
Go to our website even, chainoutpodcast.com.
Man, so many ways to get a hold of us. You can't get away from us is probably what the problem is.
Right.
Yeah.
I got a quick question for you, Jeremy, because we have somebody new in the chat. We have Smokey Rides in the chat. Welcome along, Smokey. He wants to know, trying to get my backhand down level and not so high. Any tips?
Oh, you know what?
People have been giving him help in the chat, or them help in the chat, but I just want you to give your tip.
Coach Steve was just telling me about this. So here's something for you, Smokey Rides, is I've been working on tilting my shoulder a bit to get a little bit more clearance from my chin, get a little bit more effortless power, but it's ending up being nose up. So what I was trying to do is I think I was focusing, from what Steve was saying, on curling my wrist a little bit too much.
Right.
So it was kind of putting the thought into your head of almost turning your hand flatten out as you're finishing your throw. And the couple times I did it, on one, I actually outdrove Steve. And that was on 12 up the hill.
But he was using a putter and you were...
Yeah, there was a difference in the speed of discs. But in any event, when I could get it right, the nose is down, the disc is flying straight, and it's still the effortless power. So Get a little bit of that downward twist.
Excellent.
How's that? Sound like I knew what I was talking about?
It did, yeah.
All right. Smokey Rides, hang in there. Watch some more episodes, and then you'll decide how much weight you should put into my answer there.
Yeah.
Well, what's happening on the pro circuit, Daryl? Yeah. What do you mean the pro circuit? The pro tour is not going on right now, right?
Not the pro tour, but the pros are getting out there. They're getting warmed up. And warmed up they are, Jeremy, because they're down in New Zealand. The New Zealand tour, the tour down under.
That's right, the tour down under.
The first event took place this weekend. The Taranaki Disc Golf Open at the Inglewood Disc Golf Course.
Are we doing the whole thing like this?
No. This is one, you've seen it last year if you watched the Go Throw coverage. It's the one with the volcano.
Right.
You remember that course?
I do.
A number of pros headed down there to take part in the tour this year, including Bradley Williams. Corey Ellis went back down again. Aiden Scott back down. Luke Humphreys, obviously part of Go Throw. He's down there. Nate Perkins, Jennifer Smiley, Taylor Chosek, friend of the show. She's back down there again. Kat Mertz down there. Sarah Hokum, Chandler Ray. And we can't not mention Canada's own Sophia Donica. She was down there as well.
That's right.
On the MPO side, New Zealand's own Levi Stout, sponsored by RPM Discs, he took down the win. And on the FPO side, Jennifer Smiley, one of your MVP peeps, took down the win, winning by 3 strokes over Taylor Chosek. Sophia ended up finishing the event in 5th place.
That's right. Yeah. And it's actually MV Peeps. Not MVP peeps.
Right.
Like you don't have to keep hitting the P. MV peeps.
Is that a bit like an ATM machine?
That's exactly it.
Okay.
The AT machine.
Yeah.
So another thing I wanted to say to everyone out there is that if you are not following Sophia Donica and Taylor Chosik, get out there and find them on Instagram. They are a great follow on social media. It's a good way to see how much fun they're having on the course and off the course, because when they're not throwing discs on the course, they're practicing. And when they're not practicing, Sophia's always got her bike with her. And we found out in an interview with her that she actually brings her bike with her. She's not renting bikes.
Right.
She's bringing her bike with her.
Everywhere.
Yeah. And they're bungee jumping.
And she's actually sponsored by Niner now as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So they're bungee jumping, they're cliff diving, they're doing it all. And it's really cool to live vicariously through them. And what do we got to go to next here? I think it's time to refresh everybody. It's the brand new year.
Yeah.
We like to do giveaways on the show. We talked about this one last year when I was down in the US of A, down in Mississippi. I went down to 1010 Discs, and it is an awesome disc golf store. They're supporting the local community. They're putting on tournaments and events. They also sponsored Isaac Robinson, pro tour player you might have heard of once or twice. Or maybe you heard of his brother. Maybe that was what it was, but no, world champion,
Yeah.
And they gave me a tour of the business when I was down there. And when I told them I was going to buy a disc to give away, they donated one as well. So we have 2 discs here. Just a refresher. We've got this nice green. You know this green. There's only one disc this 1010 Mississippi green disc could be. What is it, Daryl?
It's neon green.
It's neon green. It's a Berg. It's a Berg.
Oh, it's the Berg. The disc is the Berg. Yeah.
And then the other
Everyone
one
loves the Berg.
Yeah. The other one that we have is this one with the US of A, 1010 discs on it. It's a West Side disc and one I've never thrown. So I'm excited to find out when someone wins it what it's like. But it's a pine.
Yeah, a West Side pine.
Heard
Let
that's
us know
good
if you like that disc.
So we'll put those up on social media, right? Will we? I always got to be careful on this because I need your help to do it.
Exactly.
We're going to put those up?
We will put them up.
All right. And then we'll give them away, and that'll be our first giveaway of the year. Unless, of course, you can get us up to 500 on the YT soon enough, and that bag of discs will be out the door.
Yeah. On the YT.
On the YT.
If you can get us to 500 on the YT, but keep it on the DL, and we'll be A-OK.
That is it. Speaking of being A-OK, how is our guest doing? Are they made it to the green room?
Our guest is ready. They've got a bottle of water in hand. They shunned the M&Ms.
Oh, did they?
Want no M&Ms this week.
I got to ask you a question. Did anyone go in there and kind of like I'm at work and at other places right now, and people have still got their trees up and they got their decorations. Did we take the Christmas tree out of the green room?
I don't go in the green room that much. It's probably a little bit... But I did take the tree down. I went in there to take the tree down. Yeah.
Nice. We'll have to get decorating for Valentine's Day or something soon. Put in some sweethearts, I think.
There you go. Sweethearts. Remember those?
Yeah. Well, let's not waste time talking about the green room.
Bring the guest in.
That's right. So tonight's guest has been playing disc golf for at least 11 years. He won the first PDGA tournament he ever competed in. He's gone on to add 27 more wins to his record, giving him a win percentage of 42%, Daryl.
Wow.
Beyond that, he supports Playing in My Shoes and recently announced his sponsorship with Stokely Discs for 2026. Join us in welcoming Carver Whitford to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good, Carver. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, Excited.
Yeah, excellent. We're excited to have you here. We can welcome you to the podcast.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah. So we've had some guests on before from Vernon and Soyuz around that area, but you're our first guest from Kelowna. How is the disc golf scene down in Kelowna?
It's not great right now because we lost our course at Knox Mountain because of construction. So we just have one course, and it's on the west side. It's just a 9-hole, just something to build on. Pretty good for beginners. And then a new course out in Summerland, so about a 40-minute drive from Kelowna, and that's got like tournament level, I would say, potential.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Well, it
sucks losing a course.
Yeah, it does. So with that Knox Mountain course, is it gone for good or is it just under construction?
It's just under construction. It'll be back hopefully around June or July, and it's going to be shrunk down to a 9-hole. 18 holes is just too dangerous with all the crossovers. So yeah, so it got to be.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. We've spoken to people before, and we've heard that the Okanagan Valley has some really good courses. Well, that course that you said is out of order or under construction. Is there another course that you would call your home course then?
That one's obviously my main home course,
Yeah.
but I would say I go to Kamloops probably the most often to go play Rose Hill or MacArthur just for tournaments. And then Penticton's got 3 Blind Mice down there, also a great course. And then in Vernon, just some private courses that I also like playing too.
Okay.
Nice.
And does it take you long to get to Kamloops? How far of a drive is it?
It's about 2 hours. It's not that bad.
Okay. Yeah, and it's got a great scene up there. The courses are fantastic. And even stopping in Logan on the way, Logan Lake, there's some good courses there. Now that I had heard recently they've got 3 courses. They've gone small, tiny town, 3 courses.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So I think Kelowna can take a look at that, hey? Maybe
hopefully.
Well.
Hopefully.
Well, Carver, I've got a wacky question for you at the start. Sure. And what it is I've always been fascinated with like cryptids, ghosts, and other mysterious type creatures. So living in Kelowna, do you or anyone you know, whether it's like family or friends, does anyone have a good Ogopogo story that you could tell me?
I have no idea. I've never heard of anyone seeing the Ogopogo. People obviously like they're gonna say they saw it just because. But I've never seen anything personally, and nobody in my family has a really good story either.
Gotcha. So it's more of this myth and this legend. But when we talked to Stephen Picaro there, I asked him as well, and he's like, "No, man, I've never seen it. I think nobody wants to admit it." Hey.
No,
it's a scary creature.
Yeah, there you go.
Someone needs to break the truth to Jeremy, I think.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah. So we were mentioning about what warm weather we've had here. Some of our snow is melting, but we still have a lot of snow on the ground. We know you can get a lot of snow on the Big White Mountain there. Do you have any snow where you are?
In Kelowna, there's actually none. There hasn't been much snow, and when it comes down, it kind of just melts away the same day. So it's been really good to go out and play disc golf because most of the time I'm not a winter golfer, so I don't like playing in the snow. So when there's no snow, I try and get out as much as possible.
Yeah,
sweet.
I hear you. I'm the same.
Well, and with that, is it? Do you get a chance to head out there and do some field work? Is that part of the way you train, or is it mostly on the course that you do your training?
Mostly on the course. Do a lot of putting in the backyard because that's my strongest part of my game. So I gotta keep that at the max. But I'm trying to just work in like backhand distance and some form things on the course. Just in fun rounds, like throw multiple shots, maybe just play around only backhand or only with a certain disc, just getting to learn a couple new things.
Cool. Yeah. Well, when you talk about putting, I saw that the 4th annual indoor putting tournament is coming to the rec center in Kelowna.
Yes.
And are you playing in that one?
Yeah, I'm going to play in it. I've played in it the last couple of years. I won the first year, and then the second year, obviously, like with my surgery, I was kind of hobbled on one leg, but I still went out and played. And then I'll try and get it again this year. We'll see.
Nice. Well, tell people about it because I thought this was the coolest thing is that this is a 18-hole tournament, but it's not outside.
No, yeah. So it's in the Parkinson Rec Center in Kelowna, and it's just like around the whole building. Like you play in the gym area. There's like some islands. There's like a water island, like the basket's on a little floaty in the water, which is pretty sweet. Just a lot. It's different because you never putt inside a building, and it's really fun. It's a lot of fun.
That's cool. Does it feel a little bit like the urban disc golf that you see?
A little bit. Just imagine it inside, just not outside. That's kind of what it is.
Nice. So is there somebody in the water then retrieving your discs from the basket?
Yeah. There's some girls that are in there and they grab your disc even if you get in the water too. So that's really nice.
Nice. I imagined a bit of a crossover, a bit of a triathlon disc golf. You have to throw, run, jump in the water, swim, get out.
That's it. Do 5 minutes on the treadmill, right?
Exactly,
that kind of thing. Yeah. No, it'll be cool. Hopefully they get some little clips and videos that they put up online for that, because I'd like to see it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, usually they get some good videos. A lot of people come out too. Like it gets filled up every year, like to max people. So it's really good for the community because it's not all just people that play disc golf. Like it's other people that are just learning to play, or they just stop by and they're like, oh, this is new, let's try. And it's really cool to see that.
Nice.
It's awesome. And it's so different to any other event you're going to play, right? So how often do you get to throw a disc? Yeah.
Well, and the other thing I'm thinking about it is it's very you can replicate it easily because most towns have a rec center. So that's a great idea. We should talk to our local areas here, my friend. Another
put it on the list.
idea. Yeah.
Put it on the list, Jeremy.
I'll go write it down. Well, Carver, at the start of our interviews, we like to find out how you got into disc golf. And we don't want to ask you, how'd you get into disc golf? We do it a little differently. So give you a little background. In season 1, we created stories based on superheroes for the most part. In season 2, we focused on movies. And now that we're in season 3, we're hitting a reset button. So everything is on the table. Ones I've used before, superheroes, movies, and more. So our listeners, they're going to get their listening ears going and they're going to try and guess the movie or whatever it is I'm referencing. You just get to sit back and relax. So
for sure.
Here we go.
Go for it.
Maybe as a child, you moved into a new, strange neighborhood. You wanted to play on the playground, but the local kids were protective, thinking they owned the place. Wandering around the park, you found a wise old man throwing discs into baskets. He offered to teach you, but his ways were a little unorthodox. He had you throwing frisbees straight into the ground, or as high into the air as you could. He had you trying to catch flies between discs. Little did you know he was teaching you nose angle and the feel of a disc in your hand. You entered the next tournament against those playground toughs. It all came together in the first throw off the tee, the sweep of your leg, the punch through the power pocket, and the final crane-like kick as you released the disc. You showered down, throw after throw, and birdie after birdie. You won the tournament, and those kids slithered away like snakes. Some might even say like cobras. Now, maybe that isn't quite how you got into disc golf, Carver-san. So why don't you tell us how it really happened?
That was good. I guess I'll just start is just going out with my dad just when I was even 3, 4, maybe not just playing, just walking around, maybe throw here or there type of thing. And it was just a good bonding moment with my dad. And then when I started hitting 6, 7, 8 is when I started playing and going out with my dad. We'd go play around and I started really getting hooked off it. And then I'd go play league night or play it with some of my dad's friends. And, they taught me a lot and I owe it really to them why I'm still this good now, just because they taught me forehand, backhand, putting just at a very young age to get me going earlier. And then obviously as I got older, just playing every day, practicing and just trying to get to where I want to be.
Nice.
That's awesome. So apart from your dad, did you have any other family members that you got out to play with as well?
My mom and brother, they like to play sometimes, but they're not too into it. Me and my dad are really the only one in our family that play.
Right.
And then, just a bunch of guys from league night and stuff help me mostly with form and just power and stuff like that.
Yeah. I think we can all relate to that, right? Everyone, for me, I play. My sons might play every now and again, but they're not really into it. You play. You sometimes get your family members out, but they don't.
Usually on Father's Day is when they come out.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
So, ever since you've started playing and you got introduced to disc golf, and then maybe you watched it or you looked around. Did you have a favorite a favorite pro player that you used to like to watch?
Well, I still watch now here and there, not all the time, but I liked Paul Macbeth as soon as he started winning all his world championships, and I've been with him for since to here. Just I like watching his game, and obviously he's one of the best to ever do it. So if you're gonna watch, you want to watch from the best and learn from the best. So he's definitely my favorite player.
Yeah, that's a good call for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and Carver, because you've been playing so long and when you were young, you would have had discs come and go. But do you remember the first disc that really actually meant something to you? Where if you were going to lose it, it was going to be a problem for you?
I remember I had this super light Starlight Boss when I was 6. That was my favorite disc ever. And I used it for 4 years. And then it got super beat up to the point where it would just be a roller every time I threw it. So then I had to like move on to the Shrike, which I liked for a bunch when I was on Innova. I like that as my distance driver. But those two would probably be like my main ones. That if I lost it, I would potentially cry over it.
Well, that leads us into a question that we had in the chat here. Doc said, wonder if Carver was given more kid-friendly discs or just had to figure out the discs that the older guys were using. And you mentioned there you were throwing a Boss at 6.
Yeah, it was a Starlight, so like I don't know, like 140, 145. But I started out really light, and then kind of as I got older, like maybe even 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there, just like I started throwing what all the other guys are throwing because I wanted to try it too. So I think trying to throw those like more stable discs got me now to where like I know angle control a lot better starting out with those really fast, stable things.
Well, can we lead into that? I think that's a great segue for a previous question. I was going to say we were just when you were waiting in the green room there, we had a new person in the chat and they were asking if there was any tips for throwing nose down, and you were talking about angle control. Do you have any tips that you would tell people to help them throw more nose down?
I always start off with like basic kind of just like standstill. I feel like you just want to start in a spot where there's like no run up because that gets kind of confusing when you're trying to figure out nose angle. So I would just kind of like sit on a tee pad or just field or whatever you're doing and just kind of like rip through, not like rip through up here, like rip through down, and just keep your wrist, like I heard what you were saying, like kind of curled, because then if you rip it through and curled, it's just going to stay down. You don't want to rip it like up here by your neck area because then it'll go up every time. So you want to just rip through like your kind of chest to stomach area, hit that power pocket, and just kind of keep the disc flat.
Nice. Oh, there you go.
I just wanted to throw it back to the chat again. Kevin is in the chat. Kevin, light bosses have set a bunch of world records. Those things can bomb.
Oh, so yeah, there you go.
And it's funny because I'm an Innova guy, right?
So you need to get a light boss.
I've never heard of Starlight. Oh. Yeah, so I need to get one.
I don't know if that plastic's still available anymore. That was like
okay, well that's probably what.
Yeah, like that was like 10, 12 years ago. So I don't know if they still got those.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I feel more at ease now. Yeah. Like there's another plastic I don't know.
Yeah. I was going to say, so that's Carver having a disc that was not even in production anymore. And here I am. My disc that would answer that question would be my Simon Lizotte Lizotte. It's like a lot more recent than that. They're still out there. They're still available. So cool.
Well, if we take a look back at your season, let's have a look at the 2025 season, getting a little bit more into disc golf. It looks like that was your second full year playing in the MPO division. You managed eight events, including 3 A tiers, the BC Open, TCO, and then Falcons Flight. Yeah. And you finished the year with 2 wins and also a bit of change of prize money in your pocket as well. So it seems like it was a pretty good year for you.
Yeah, I would say it was pretty good. Obviously, coming off my surgery, I wasn't really where I wanted to be yet. I was still not fully recovered till about April, May. And that's why I kind of started out the season pretty slow, not playing how I wanted to, obviously just not practicing. Mm-hmm. And then I felt like towards the end of the year, I started finding, like when I hit Falcons Flight and I was on Chase Car going in the final round, it's kind of those next 2 tournaments after that is kind of where I felt like I was getting back to myself playing the disc golf that I play, and just it was good to be out there for obviously sitting on surgery. I didn't play for like 7 months, so it was really good to get out there and just obviously I didn't play as much events as I wanted to either because of that. But this upcoming year, I'm definitely looking forward, and I'm feeling 100%. I'm ready to go.
Good stuff. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you were out with surgery and for 7 months. When did that was it like an overlap from the end of 2024 into 25, or like what sort of period were you talking?
So like end of October 2024, I went in, and then I was bedridden until like December, couldn't even move out the bed, and then end of January I started, I had no cast anymore, so I started moving around maybe on crutches or just trying to get some exercise. And then February, March, started trying to play disc golf, maybe go out to some leagues, try and see how I'm feeling. And I think I played my first tournament in March or April, somewhere around there. Okay. And I gave it a go. Obviously I was super sore after, but I still felt like I played good and I had fun. So that's important.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, Carver, do you feel that you've gotten back to as normal as you could be, or have you gotten even better from where you were before the surgery?
I feel like I definitely have room to get better because of the surgery. I'm a lot more comfortable out there, which before it was kind of uncomfortable after a round or like end of a round. I'd be like super sore, and it's hard to keep focus when you're like feeling sore. And like now I'm feeling a lot more comfortable. I feel like I can rotate a lot better, get a little
Okay.
more power. So I feel like this year I'm gonna have a good year, and I've been trying to put in a lot of work to just like get it healthy and just work on my game as much as possible.
Nice.
It's awesome.
So I think that's Carver gently putting notice out to all the MPOs who thought they knew what Carver played like, that there's another level coming.
Exactly. And you can play better.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% yet.
Cool. Well, with the last year, with this past year, with the events that you were able to play, was there a moment at all in the disc golf season that really stood out for you as one of your favorites?
Um, I obviously Falcon's Flight chase card fun around is something that I would say that was probably my best moment throughout the year. Maybe I didn't play how I wanted to that last round, obviously, but just to have like the crowd out there, and obviously I'm getting watched. I'm on the second to last card out there, so and I got to play with a really good card, and I just had a lot of fun. That tournament's my favorite one, hands down. So just
Yeah.
get to play, and I love the courses there too. So it was good.
Yeah. And you're right. That was good. And it was both cards, right? Both that chase card
Yeah,
and the lead card. That was such a crowd, and always is nice at Falcons. And even
yeah.
too, we had a lightning delay and a rain delay, but some of that lightning that came down, I don't think I've ever seen lightning. It looked like Ghostbusters plasma bolts coming down or something
Yeah,
like that.
tents were like flying over. It was so windy and the rain was like
Wow.
sideways. I've never seen anything like that because obviously in Kelowna we don't get that. So
Right.
it was kind of cool to see, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You mentioned there about playing on an awesome card. Was
Yeah.
there was there a favorite card that you had from the year? Was there maybe somebody that new that you played with, or was just one card that stood out for
Um
you?
I would say BC Open first round when I got to play with Scott Withers, Thomas Gilbert, and Noah Higgins. I think that's a
Yeah.
moment that not a lot of people get to say they got to do. And obviously, I was super nervous because those are some of the top guys, like in Canada. And Scott's obviously super good down in the States. So
Yeah.
I was really nervous, but I had a lot of fun, and all the guys are really nice. So, and I really enjoyed playing with them.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, that's fantastic. What a card. That would be a great card to play on. And it's
Yeah.
interesting too to see like the difference between Noah, and he's a little bit of a not as tall guy, and then you get Thomas, who is quite tall,
Yeah.
and yet the two of them can both rip the disc like nobody's business. And it just shows you that when you've got good form and good technique, anything can happen. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely. Well, did you manage to snag any aces at all over the past year?
I got one, and it was during the tournament that me and my dad run. It's a double dragon, so just a pick your own doubles tournament. And I threw down this one hole. It's at a Fallow Ridge, a private course in Vernon, and like it's like blind, and the ceiling's like super low, and it's down a hill, and I couldn't see it. And someone was down there, and I threw this forehand with my gator, and I apparently hit off a branch, and it went straight in, and I got an ace. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
How many aces do you have?
I think I got 20. I only got one
Wow.
last year.
Just the one.
Yeah, just the one.
Well, 20 is more than one a year for as long as you've been playing. It's got to be like about close
Yeah.
to two a year at least, eh?
Yeah, well, I didn't get my first one till I was 12. It took me
Oh,
about 6 or 7 years to get one. So then when I did, I started, yeah, just getting them.
Yeah. Then
coming in
they were
bunches.
just easy after that point. Yeah. You get your first
Well,
one.
no, as soon as you get your first one, like I swear, every like 2 or 3 weeks later, you get another one, and you'll go on like a nice little like 2 month ace streak, and then you could go dry for another 6 months, and it's just how disc golf is.
Yeah, that's it.
That's funny.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you had a great 2025. Now
Yeah.
we're just into 2026. Looking forward. Is there any events that you have lined up yet, or is there any ones that are on your wish list to play?
Well, I'm hoping to get to Canadian Nationals out in Grand Prairie. I think that registration's like next month, so that one's pretty soon.
Hmm.
And then obviously like playing all the big ones like BC Open, TCO, Falcons, all those big tournaments. Just looking forward to just competing again at full strength. It's gonna be good, and hopefully I can do some good things out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
awesome.
It is for sure. And it's great to hear that you've got nationals on your list. I think this year it just feels like, the momentum has been growing every year. Ontario was really awesome last year. We had Dylan and Sam on the podcast, the event organizers from Grand Prairie last week, and just chatting about it. They are so well prepared, and we're in January. That tournament's not till July and they're ready. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah. And I think what's good for you as well is that you've got the rating that's up there because they're putting some rating caps on those first entries. So you shouldn't have any trouble getting in, I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's like 970 and above. So
yeah, nothing. Hey, 970.
We just missed out on that, right?
That's right.
Close. You'll get there.
Yeah, we're close. Yeah.
Yeah, one day.
Well, talking about big events, one thing that Jeremy has always mentioned is that he wants to go and play at a Worlds event. He wants to go and play at a Pro Worlds AM event, and then he wants to spectate at a Pro Worlds event. Do you have any interest in playing at a Worlds event? And
go ahead.
I was just going to say, and would there be a specific location that you would like to play one at? If you could pick one to go and play, would you like to go and play in Europe? Would you like to go play a course down in the States maybe?
I've played in the World Championships twice, junior level. I played when I was 12 and I got fourth, and that was a really great experience. Just meeting all the kids that are like just the same age as me that are all into disc golf, because obviously back then here I was like the only one. Right. So that was cool. And then I went again when I was 16. Yeah, I believe, or 15. And that was in Peoria. I think I got 18. So I did good again, and just great experience. And then for the Pro Worlds, definitely something I would even want to play in. Spectate would be cool too. Mm-hmm. But I definitely think in Europe, where they did it last year at the Beast and the other hard course, I forgot what it was called.
Do you remember what it was called? Someone in the comments will tell us. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, but those courses look sweet, and just to play in Europe would also be really cool. Their disc golf scene is super big there, so I would definitely be where I want to go.
Nice. So you said Peoria was one of the junior ones that you were able to go to. Where was the other one?
Emporia, so Kansas.
Oh, okay. And is Emporia the one that has the big water tower? Is that course? No,
Emporia.
No, that's Peoria.
That's Peoria. Okay. Yeah. It was one.
Yeah. Emporia is the one that there was a golf course that they just bought out to become a disc golf course.
Country Club.
Country Club is now what it's called.
Oh, right. Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that's really cool that you.
It's the one with the island on 16.
Yes.
I got to play that hole in the final 9. It was really sweet.
Yeah.
I was nervous, so I didn't want to throw it in the water there, so I laid up to the right.
Right. Well, smart move.
Yeah, I got par, so I guess it worked.
That's awesome. All right, I got one more question for you. Now, this is kind of the future. We're looking past 2026, and I'm going to risk sounding a bit like a dad here for this question, so just be ready for it. So, Carver, do you think college or university are in your future at all? Is that something that you're looking at this point, or?
Well, I took a gap year this year, so I'm not going to school. I just kind of just working and playing disc golf, and I don't know. College might be a thing I'll think about, but disc golf definitely at the top. If I'm able to even go tour or just like sell discs or make a company and like something like that, just anything to do with disc golf would be something I'm really interested in. And if that obviously doesn't work, I got backup plans like college and university and stuff like that.
No, that's
yeah, Dad.
Yeah, get off my back, Dad.
Quit bugging me. I'm gonna do my own thing.
Well, yeah, and I think usually that's always my lead-in to Carver when it's someone your age as well, is because we've had a great chance to talk to Chris Hartman at Trinity Western, who's always looking for great players, and I know you could get out there and you could just destroy down in the U.S. and have a good time and all of that. So I think you're right. Have that great year and just see where it takes you. This is the time to do it, because sitting in the chair where we are, that time's long past. We've come to disc golf way too late, but at your age, you've got lots of time. So
yeah, for sure.
So is that still a dad thing, but a good dad thing? Did I recover?
Yeah, I think you're okay.
Okay, good.
I think you made it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, moving along there, Carver, BC Disc Golf Association President Dion Eden. He's been on the podcast before, and he started an event called Playing in My Shoes. And for people who don't know, it gives people a chance to experience disc golf from the perspective how people with different abilities would play it. So you had a chance to host an event this past year. Tell us how that went.
Well, me and my dad hosted it, and we had a couple people come out, but it's just a really cool thing to try and show disc golf. Like anyone could play. It's not just like you have to be like the perfect build or the perfect height. It's like it's for anybody, and a lot of people were interested in by it. And obviously, I'm pretty passionate about that because obviously I'm missing fingers. So if I could see people like that have disabilities as well going out there and playing, it makes me feel good and makes me want to do more for disc golf.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm just going to scroll back through the chat here because we had when you were talking about it a little bit earlier, Kevin put a comment in the chat there that you were in one of the inspirations for one of the Playing in My Shoes stations. So that's, yeah, it leads right
Yeah.
back into what you were saying. You said you had a few people turn out for your event there. Do you know how many people came out in total?
I think it was around 8 to 10. The weather was super bad. It was
Mm.
outside and it was like raining and it
Yeah.
wasn't great. So obviously the weather had a fact in it, but it was just good to get people out there and just
Yeah.
show them that even like anyone could do it. You didn't have to be disabled. Like it could be anyone that did it. So they got to experience it and everyone really liked it. They had a good time and got to even teach some other people like some more skills on the side too. So it's a
Right.
good little thing.
Was there a particular station that stood out to people? Like there's one that they enjoyed more?
It was probably the one with like that was for me because like they were all trying to figure out like how does he do this, like it's two fingers, I can't do it, and
Right.
like they were really obviously inspired by me doing that because they're like I can't even do it and
Yeah.
he can go out here and go play and do really
And win
well, so
events. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Cool.
awesome.
And did you get a chance too? Did you try any like the blindfold or maybe the plugging your
Yeah,
ears in that? Did you find any of them to be more difficult than another?
definitely the blind one because you can't see anything. You're just kind of throwing and hoping it's going in. The deaf one's a little easier because you can see, and so like obviously, still being deaf, it's hard. It's hard to play no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely the blind one was the hardest. It was super hard to. I had no idea where I was going. It went right,
Yeah.
left, all over the place.
Yeah. Well, and I would expect too is even just making sure it brings other things to your mind about disc golf. And when there's a small tee pad, if a person was blind and that tee pad is raised, it'd be easy to step off of it, roll an ankle, something like that. So I could see it would maybe bring things to people's attention that they didn't recognize
Mhm.
as an able-bodied disc golfer, right?
100%.
Yeah. And do you think you'll plan on doing another one? Was it something you enjoyed doing? Would you and your dad host another one?
Yeah, I definitely think me and my dad would host one. That obviously for both of us, we're pretty passionate about it because we know how they feel. Not maybe not to the exact point, but like we know exactly how hard it is to play. So that's something definitely we'll probably do this year if there's another one, and keep doing it just to get it out there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's awesome. And I know that Dion had said there was a lot of good growth this year in the program. So it'll be exciting to see it grow even more because, with you talking about it and all the, Kevin's in the chat there chatting about it, hopefully we're bringing it to more people's attention. And, we got a couple people in from the US. They could take that event and bring it down there as well and teach more people.
Yeah,
cool.
that would be really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Well, one other thing that we wanted to talk to you about, Carver, we just seen that on your social media, you just announced that you are a newly sponsored player, or you have a
Yeah.
new sponsorship with you want to talk us a little bit through that?
Yeah, so I decided to leave Innova. It was kind of like more of a last year thing, and I decided to go join Scott with his new company, Stokely Dis. Uh, it was obviously super hard leaving Innova because I was with them for like I think 6 years, so
Right.
long time, and it was always a sponsor I really wanted to play for. So I really appreciate them having me, and it was really good to be there. And then obviously moving on with Scott, I think just I have a lot more possibilities in disc golf with Scott. Like he can get me down some new ways that I'm looking, even if it's not being a tour and player and being the best. Just like with the adaptive stuff and like teaching clinics and traveling the world and doing
Yeah.
all the disability things is something I was also really interested in, and that's kind of why I chose to play with Scott. And then obviously the discs are pretty good too, so it's good to be on a team like that, and it's gonna I think really help me throughout my career if I can stick with him and go down different avenues like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the world is open to you. Now, Jeremy, I forget how long ago it was. It was quite a while ago. We had Scott on the podcast. We interviewed Scott, and that was one thing that kind of shone through is his enthusiasm, his desire to grow the sport and get it out to and make it available to everyone and anyone who wants to play all over the world. So he's definitely, I've read his book. He's definitely focused on what he wants to do, and he's just
he's
a
a
great
legend
all-round
in the
guy.
sport.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
been through a lot.
Yeah, and we've used that word. It's Kerry Neal is a legend, Elaine King is a legend, Scott Stokely. He fits that mold for sure.
Yeah,
and
we learned so much talking to him.
Oh, we did, and it sounds like with the way you're nodding your head, you might have saw it. But also, what was really cool, and we interviewed him on that one. He was trying to, as Scott always does, is he's doing 10 things at once, right? So he was trying to play in a league and talk to us, and then he ended up getting a black ace while he was chatting with us, which was cool.
It was so amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, how did you and Scott first meet?
So it was kind of like, so he was doing a clinic, I forgot where, and there was one kid named Jay, and he had like the exact same thing as me. He was actually missing one less finger, and I saw him throwing with like 2 hands kind of at once, and I was super inspired by it because I was like, I've never seen anyone that's played that has the same thing as me.
Okay.
And so I kind of reached out to him and just told him that he's like kind of not the only one. Like, I'm here too, and if you need any help or stuff like that. And then Scott obviously saw that, and he looked through and like saw that he wanted to sponsor me because he thinks I'm pretty good inspiration for the sport. So, and it's it's good.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Great story. Yeah, you're just doing your thing, and it's always nice to see when you put good out into the world, that good can come back right back at you.
Yeah,
and especially when you're not doing it for any other reason than just to be good, right? Like you weren't looking for that and it came back to you. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy was doing a little bit of research, as he likes to do, and he has informed me that Stokely Discs now has 7 discs. Now,
yes.
I knew the ones that I knew they had the lark, the wren, the cardinal, and the owl. But he said some of these may be just prototypes or they're not widely available yet. I'm not too sure. But you have the robin, the lark, the wren, the finch, the peregrine, the cardinal, and the owl. Have you had a chance to throw them all?
Not all of them. I've thrown like a couple. I've thrown like the wren. It's probably something that I'm going to start putting with pretty soon. Just kind of, even though my bullfrogs are super good and trusty, but I feel like I got to start getting away from them because just a little bit too like much bead on it for me, and it's starting to like it's almost too stable. It's kind of like I'm putting with like a gator almost.
Oh,
so
okay.
I mean, I like it, but just a little too stable. And then I've tried the lark as well. Pretty kind of just straight fairway, a little stable at the end, but I like that one too. So definitely something I'll be interested in trying.
There you go, Jeremy. That's the disc for you. If anyone's looking for a straight to just slightly overstable fairway,
I can always use that because I put a little too understable discs in my bag, so I need that one that's got just a bit of stability in there.
Everyone's always looking for that disc that flies straight, right?
Yes.
You need those to play any course. You need at least that disc.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so do you see anything? Because we also saw that it's Dallas Garber is another one that Scott's been really promoting and sponsoring as well. Do you guys have any plans for the 3 of you to get together and be at an event together or anything like that?
Not yet. Not that we talked about, but definitely something I could see in the future for sure. Maybe this year, maybe next year. Obviously, Dallas is going on a tour this year, so it's going to be good to see him out there. He'll be a busy guy, obviously. So, and it's it's hard to get down to the States. So, we'll see. But hopefully, that would definitely be something I'm interested in. Even if I got to play in like a tournament with those 2 guys, that would be a dream come true right there.
Yeah,
maybe
sounds like a pretty good card.
Yeah, maybe this is a conversation you can have, and maybe you can encourage Scott and Dallas to come up to nationals.
Oh, there you go. Get them up to Grand Prix.
Yeah, it's hard to get down to the States. Maybe we can get them up here.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so why don't you go up against Scott in like MP50? How's that going to go for you?
Yeah, I think you got a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
we just got a question here before we move on, Kevin, and I'm not familiar with all the discs, so I know the wren was a putter, the cardinal and the owl and all that. But Kevin wants to know, does Stokely let you throw a mixed bag while they're still a new brand, Like,
Yeah,
what those other discs, where do they fit? Are they mainly mid ranges? Is there drivers in there as well?
the few drivers, few fairway drivers, few putters. I think the Lark and the Peregrine and the Robin all like kind of distance fairway drivers, and then the Wren, Owl, and Finch kind of slower putters, throwing putters.
Okay.
And I do get an open bag, so I keep a couple of his discs in there, because I like them too, and they're really nice. But mostly I'm trying to move off all my Innova stuff because obviously there for 7 years, that's kind of like what I just like threw all the time,
Yeah.
and even growing up. So I'm trying to move off that, get into more like I got some Discraft in there now, got some MVP in there. Still obviously got my trusty Innova ones, and then some Stokely as well. So slowly getting. Trying to expand my game to the fullest.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Carver, that gives me, it's inspiring a question for me too, is so after you got this open bag, so you had all your Innova in there, and you obviously got your 2 Stokely discs in there now. What was that first disc that you were like, yes, finally I can put this disc in my bag that wasn't an Innova disc just because you couldn't?
Yeah, honestly, the Hex and the Trail, both of them, the MVP ones, I didn't realize that like they were that good. Like a Trail for a 10 speed, I can almost hit it 400 feet off of just a 10 speed because it just glides so much and it's pretty reliable. And then I like the Luna from Discraft. I was always kind of interested in it. Couldn't throw it, obviously. I'd throw it in the field and I'd be like, yeah, I really like this disc. So I got one of those in there. It's probably one of my best throwing putters. And then the Hex, obviously, too, just another straight, super far mid-range. Yes. So I'm liking all those 3 right now.
Nice. Well, I would ask you, because I like the Trail as well, and I've got everything from the lightweight fission trails to some of the neutron trails. But I'm guessing for you, is that a flip-up hyzer disc? Because with your power in that, is that how you throw it and you stand it up?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, it also depends on wind, obviously. But if I'm trying to hit like a fair, it's usually like a woods disc for me, just trying to hit fairways. So, I like throwing on a little hyzer, try and get it up to flat, and then just kind of push it straight. And mine's a little stable, so I get a little bit of finish at the end. But that's the disc I need in my bag.
Nice. I'm excited. Daryl's quiet. He's all Innova. So he's happy with all the Innova discs in your bag. I throw a lot more MVP Axioms. So
so quite a few Innova ones in there. So.
Well, for Daryl, let's throw him a bone. What's your favorite Innova disc that you still got in your bag?
It's got to be a Firebird.
Firebird, Destroyer is still really good. And then I got my Corvette. I really like that one for forehands. Just like hyzer flip forehands. I get that one way out there. And then, those 3, just obviously staples in there. I'm kind of switching off the Firebird over to the FD3. Same kind of disc, but
okay.
I don't know. I just like the feel, and it's a little more stable because mine's getting pretty straight. So
that's interesting because when we spoke to Casey just after he left Prodigy and went back to Innova, and we were saying, you've been with Prodigy for so long, now you're going to Innova. Is there a disc that now that you can add into your bag that Prodigy didn't have in their lineup? And he was like, yeah, the overstable fairway 9-speed. Get the Firebird back in there because Prodigy didn't have that. So it's interesting for you to say
an FD would be a disc main.
To get the Firebird out to replace it with something. So it's like not everybody's automatically thinking overstable 9-speed. Oh, it's got to be a Firebird. No, you're actually taking the Firebird out to replace it with an FD.
Yeah, I keep the Firebird in there just because like it goes a little farther than that FD3 because my line's a little straighter. So if I need that like far and then to the right or left, whatever way I'm throwing it, I'll throw that one. But like I like that FD3 just if it gets really windy, it's just super reliable. I could just throw it on any angle and it will just hyzer back every time. That Firebird's still kind of iffy, might turn, might not. I don't really know what it's going to do in the wind sometimes.
It's probably because it's so beat in, hitting those chains and getting all those aces for him. It's getting understable a bit now.
And I've had that thing for like 5 years. It's on its last legs.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Well, I think we've got him prepped for what's coming up soon here.
Go for it. Yeah.
So, Daryl, I love my research. And as stated earlier, I love my Ogopogo stories. So, just in case Carver didn't have one, I was ready.
Yeah.
So get this. There is a place in the Kelowna area. It's in Okanagan Lake, and it's called Rattlesnake Island. It has a cave on the island, and legend has it that the Ogopogo lives in the cave. So they also call it Monster Island from time to time.
Okay.
And aside from all of that, in the 1970s, there was a guy named Eddie Haymore. He turned the island into a tourist attraction. He built a replica of the Pyramid of Giza. He had a camel. I don't know if it was real or a statue on there. And then he put a mini golf course too. And I think with the way this is going, this is probably the closest we've ever been to a segue that works with what we're doing next.
Right.
So speaking about islands.
Yeah.
Island discs. Picture this. You've taken a relaxing cruise, however the ship goes down. You manage to swim to an island, and fortunately for you, there's an 18-hole disc golf course. Which 3 discs are you taking with you on the island?
Well, it's that time in the podcast. Everybody's favorite section. Is it everybody's favorite? I think so.
I think so.
I'm claiming it. Desert island disc. So you're on this ship. It sinks. You swim to the island. You have your trusty disc golf bag with you. Only 3 discs in it. Which 3 discs are you taking with you?
I think, well, you got to take putter, mid-range driver. I think that's just what you got to do. So I think I would take the Ren over my Bullfrog just to figure it out, especially if I'm on an island there. And then I think I would take the Hex as my mid-range, honestly.
Oh.
That's my best one, I think, in my bag. And then I think I just got to go with the trusty Destroyer as the driver. I mean, just the staple in just everyone's bag almost.
Yeah. I'm not too familiar with Stokely disc plastic. Is it just in one plastic at this time?
No, they got the Thermo, Meso, Strato, and Contrast. So like some of it's a little slipped, but I kind of a little slippery, so you kind of gotta chalk up on those. But
right,
I don't mind it. And then
what's your go-to plastic for the Ren?
Probably the Thermo. I like that one the best.
Okay, and then what about your Hex?
What plastic is it?
Yeah.
I actually forgot what it's called. I think it's just the Neutron one.
Yeah, Neutron's the standard one. It's got that nice
probably
solid grip to it.
Yeah.
And then
I got a nice no stamp on it too. It's like a black no stamp, so it's kind of sweet.
Oh.
But I also like for me, I can throw it really hard and it doesn't turn. It still goes straight and then off to the left. So that's what I really like about it, because a lot of my mid range is kind of flippy, so it's a lot of hyzer flips. But that one I can actually just throw really hard and it doesn't turn.
Right. And here you go, Daryl. This is where I can actually add some value to the plastic.
Oh yeah,
it's a black disc plate, and it's there's nothing on it. It's an R2 Neutron is what it would be. That's their recycled plastic.
Yes.
Okay.
And then how about the Destroyer?
I got this bottom stamp one that's nice and stable.
Right.
I like that one. I like the Calvin Heimberg ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those just nice, stable, kind of domey ones, really good in wind. And I like forehanding and backhanding them too. So those are kind of my main staples when it's windy.
Nice. And then the extra part to this question, if you could take any course that you can have played this course, or it can be a bucket list course. If you could take any course and transport it to the island, and that would be the only course you get to play with these 3 discs, which course would you want there?
I'd probably just choose Northwood Black just because I've played it before, and it's by far the hardest course I've ever seen or played. We played doubles and shot over par. I don't think I've ever done that. That's how hard it is. But it was just really cool to be out there, and a lot of tight shots. So obviously that Hex would be really good out there. I don't know about that Destroyer. Probably wouldn't be so good. Probably go all over the place.
Just throw the trail back in the bag for that one.
Just bring the trail with me. I'll hide it.
Yeah. That's your honorable mention disc that you're going to bring.
Yeah, the trail.
Sure. So awesome.
Well,
Carver, that brings us to the end of the interview side of things. But before we let you go, we wanted to give you a moment to shout out your sponsors. We talked a bit about Stokely, but if there's anyone else you wanted to shout out or anything else you wanted to mention, go right ahead.
Well, obviously, thanks, Scott, for sponsoring me. And then I just got re-signed with Disc Republic and Jason out in Winnipeg. So he's a really good guy, supports me really well. So definitely go check out his discs. And great guy. And then obviously, thanks to you guys for having me. I really appreciate it. I had a fun time.
Oh,
awesome.
Fantastic. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. We know we've talked about it for quite a while, and it's good to finally have gotten you here. So we'll look forward to catching you up. We cross paths at a lot of the same tournaments. So
yeah, for sure.
So we'll be sure to check in with you. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Have a good night.
Yeah, you as well.
Thanks.
It's so awesome having great guests like Carver. Hey, so well spoken. He's taking his gap year. He's got his head on his shoulders. He knows what he's doing. He's going to test out his disc golf. He's helping the community. He's working with a legend, as we all agree. He's doing things right.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always impressed with people that will leave a sponsor because it's so easy to get comfortable with a sponsor. A sponsor is sponsoring you. They're giving you discs. They're supporting you. Why would you want to move? Mm-hmm. But for someone to leave a sponsor and go to someone else because it just is a better fit for them. And obviously, Stokely is aligned so much with what Carver's all about, and to be able to help him get to that next level and do so many great things in disc golf, couldn't be a better fit.
Yeah, no, it is great for sure. It was good to hear too that if we get up to nationals, we got a chance to see him up there. It made me start thinking, do you think we're just a little podcast here broadcasting in Canada, but now that these MPOs and FPOs,
disc golf podcast,
just spreading some
112
news.
episodes, just a little bit. Yeah.
Still starting out. But, as we do these interviews, and now it's nationals is going to be hyped up this year. It's going to be excited. Provincials will. Do you think other pros are listening in and going, this Carver guy, I'm going to come out from Eastern Canada and I'm going to go out to Grand Prairie. All right, I've learned something about him. So if I can find his trails and take them out of his bag, I've got a little bit of an advantage on him.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to work that way, but
hey, someone's got to be your competition.
Stranger things have happened. Well, everybody, thanks again for joining us for season 3, our second episode of this year. And if you want to support this podcast, there's lots of ways you can do it. You can jump over on YouTube and hit that subscribe button, like, comment, anything you can do to add some activity on our socials really helps us grow and keep getting this podcast going. You head to Instagram, head to Facebook, all the places.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we even got like TikTok or something, I think.
We have TikTok and X.
We got the TikTok. That?
We have the TikTok and we have the Twitter.
The Twitter.
Yeah.
You could send us a tweet.
Yeah. You can tweet at us. No, we do have them. We don't use them. I think we should probably get more into it, but I haven't got the time.
Yeah, we put stuff out there, at least on the main ones that you'll see. So connect with us there. We love chatting with listeners and comments and all of that.
Do you know what
stuff.
else we have?
What do we have?
We have a Patreon, Jeremy.
What is that?
Patreons are extra. Well, if you support us on Patreon, you can get access to our next podcast that we do roughly around 8:30, maybe a little bit earlier tonight.
Yeah.
Where we talk about disc golf. We have some bants, as the kids would say.
What?
And
some what?
Some bants.
We have some pants.
Some bants. Some banter.
It's a little bit of banty.
Bit more laid back. And we also have some quizzes.
Oh, we got a quiz.
And this week, it's the return of the old favorite.
Oh, wait, there's some listeners in there
that
are going to want to hear this.
I know.
So
I'm putting it out there.
Up.
So if you've never watched an episode live, if you just catch it on the weekends when it gets released, sign up for the Patreon, sign up for the free tier. It doesn't cost you anything.
Nope.
Sign up. You'll get the link. You'll be able to play along with
Silhouette.
Who?
So
we've done a few quizzes along the time. I think Silhouette Who is the one that's
been sticking. It's the
it's the one that you enjoyed the most.
IYKYK, right?
It's the what? It's the IYKYK. Oh my God, we're dropping them all tonight.
That's it. So check it out. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Around the Basket, but we've got a way to finish this one off. Are you ready? My master rhymer, my partner in crime.
Here we go.
My beastie boy.
Hey, you beastie boy. Can I get a beat?
No.
Daryl Mack. I'm the Daryl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's DMC. Never mind. Okay. Another great interview, this time with Carver.
Don't challenge him. He'll always throw farther.
Styling on the course, sporting those Oakleys.
Representing Kelowna, throwing discs from Stokely.
Hosting events like playing in my shoes.
In putting battles, he'll never lose.
If you see him on the course, be sure to shout.
Hey, Carver, you were awesome on Chain Out.
Thanks, everybody. That would be the wrong button. That's so funny.